A Smart Girl's Guide to Being an ABC. Dear, I know I used to say I hated you all the time. It was the summer before college, and all my old high school friends were already 1,000 miles away, and we've agreed to forget each other. The future seemed as shrunken as a silken, glitzy cheapal 2 sizes too small. I drove you up to New York to spend some time together before I left for college. On the way, I passed by the old dim sum restaurant we used to frequent on Saturdays after Chinese school. I asked you to stay in the car because I knew your joints hated the cold. I went inside and looked at the menu and noticed that all the entries in red had been scribbled out. Uncle Chen was gone. In his place was another uncle who I'd never recognized. I ordered a plate and sat down in a booth, watching families with children like how I used to be, running into the restaurant and bumping into the carts. I got up and paid the bill, swiping 2 hard guava candies from the glass dish. You were listening to a Teresa Tung CD, her voice expanding the car into entropy. In the Holland Tunnel, the lights blinked off, scattering headlights across the tiled walls. I slammed on the brakes and heard a squeak from the back seat. Twisting around, I saw the culprit of the noise. A pink giraffe squeezed up against the console. Its head was limp, and its fur was faded with dust, and I thought I had lost her in the fluorescent aisles of an H-Mart when I was 7. Now, I was 17, fleeing my future by driving straight into the past. Flushing's Chinatown was a place where the soundtrack was a dozen nine-nines, standing outside a grocery store, selling overripe pomegranates. The signs were gaudy like gold earrings, garish rectangles staking their claims on the side of dilapidated buildings, advertising massages and liquors and fancy perms. We sipped tea through watercolor straws and spit the black tapioca onto the sidewalk, their bodies spelling out our sins. At Bland Park, after I purchased a bag of wontons, we sat on the swings and watched the city breathe. I thought about what my life might have been like if I was born here and not in suburban New Jersey. All the kids spoke Shanghainese to each other. They smelled like cigarette smoke from their deadbeat uncles. I might have been more like you, like a daughter that wouldn't break her mother's heart. On the car ride home, we get stuck in tunnel traffic. I tell you, I've always loved you, even if I was ashamed of who you were. You turn to me, caress my face with your hand, and tell me you've always understood. Love, your best American girl.